A warm welcome on ASO Briefing today on ASO Television. I am Joy Annie. Our top stories. President Tinubu renewed Nigeria's media stream DG's appointment for another 3 years. Subsidy removal, the best policy ever for Nigeria, says Nigeria politician. And on business, NADDC solicits partnership with investors to promote the country's automotive transition. You are watching ASO Briefing. We are live on the STV channel 392, also on StarTimes TV channel 137 and Free TV channel 507. We are also on the UHF band on channel 38. Now to take you through all the stories. President Bola Tinubu renewed appointment of Abdulhamid Dambos as Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority (NTA) and Ali Muhammad Ali as Managing Director of the News Agency of Nigeria (NAN) for another 3 years. According to a statement by Onanuga, the President's spokesperson, disclosed this in a statement issued on Sunday. According to Onanuga, the second term of both chief executives will commence on October 20, 2026, following the expiration of their initial 3-year tenure. Tinubu first appointed Dambos and Ali to head the NTA and NAN respectively on October 20, 2023. Dambos, an indigene of Yola, Adamawa State, previously served as the national president of the Radio, Television, Theatre and Art Workers Union, RATAU. He also served as the executive director of marketing at the NTA after retiring from the organization in 2017. He also began his career with the NTA as an announcer at its Kaduna station after completing his National Youth Service Corps program in 1989. He subsequently rose through the ranks, serving as general manager of NTA Lokoja and NTA Kano at different times. Onanuga said President Tinubu had urged both executives to justify the confidence reposed in them by sustaining their commitment to the mandate of the respective organization and advancing the administration's renewed hope agenda. Now, the former senator representing Kaduna Central and now APC senatorial candidate for the 2027 elections, Shehu Sani, has advised the former vice president and now African Democratic Congress ADC presidential candidate for the 2027 elections, Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, to stop dragging the country back with his recent comments concerning returning the subsidy back if he wins presidential election in 2027. Senator Shehu Sani gave the advice during a media interaction on the implications of such comments to the Nigeria democracy and economy in Abuja. Topsy Gemba has the details.
The APC senatorial candidate for Kaduna Central and a strong supporter of the Tinubu administration, Senator Shehu Sani, said that the removal of the fuel subsidy was the best that happened to Nigeria looking at its economic benefits. Senator Sani said long before the subsidy removal, Nigeria was paying $450 trillion yearly to import petrol into the country. According to this, huge amount of money was going to only some individuals, while the masses wallowed in poverty.
In the past, because as an activist, we, under our own groupings, civil society and labor, we many times protested in support of subsidy in Nigeria. But at a certain time, we had to ask ourselves a number of questions with regards to the subsidy issues, which we couldn't get answers to. But specifically on the person of the distinguished statesman, Atiku, I believe that what he's saying is outright deception on Nigerians. As someone who has always subscribed to Bretton Woods institution neoliberal economic policies, someone who believes in World Bank, IMF prescription, devaluation of currency, privatization of public enterprise, and all sorts of policies, capitalist bourgeoisie economic policies, and someone who has in all his political history and campaign stood for removal of subsidy, for someone now to have made a reversal simply because he needs votes.
Senator Shehu Sani said Nigeria has gone beyond the use of primordial sentiments to woo supporters for votes. He disclosed that ethnicity, religion, and regional considerations cannot take the country anywhere and called on Atiku to stop listening to echo strange voices echoing to him.
For those who are seeking political positions, that the country doesn't have to fall because you lose elections. The country doesn't have to scatter into pieces because you lose elections. And also, it shouldn't be apocalyptic if you cannot win. It's a contest. And people should stop making negative predictions about the future of our country. We are a nation of 230 million people. We have seen what is happening in Sudan today and Libya. And we must be very careful in managing our crisis and our issues as a country.
He advocated for the strong support for President Bola Tinubu to succeed, alongside the governor of Kaduna State, Senator Dr. Obasani, who, on his own part, has brought about peace and inclusivity in the state. Topsy Gimba, reporting for ASO Television News.
And the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Muhammad Idris, has cautioned against calls to restore the petrol subsidy, saying a return to the old regime would undermine Nigeria's improving fiscal position, weaken investor confidence, and reverse gains from the economic reforms of the President Bola Tinubu-led administration. The minister outlined the fiscal benefit of subsidy removal, the economic risk averted, and the difficult trade-offs that would confront the country should petrol subsidy be reintroduced. Alhaji Muhammad Idris said restoring subsidy would almost instantly return Nigeria to the economic conditions of 2022, recreating the same fiscal pressures, distortions, scarcity, and incentives for a trade that would or made the old system unsustainable. Idris said proponents of subsidy restoration must confront its real opportunity cost. The minister recalled that in 2022, amid decline in oil production and weak revenues, Nigeria spent about $10 billion on fuel subsidies, while the World Bank warned that the subsidy was consuming resources that could otherwise have supported education, healthcare, infrastructure, and social protection. According to Idris, the increased fiscal space has strengthened the capacity of states and local government to meet salary and pension obligations and invest in essential services, while supporting major federal investment in infrastructure, security, agriculture, and human capital. The Director General, Bola Tinubu Presidential Campaign Council, Senator Abdulaziz Yari, has called on Nigerians to vote for President Bola Tinubu for the second term. Senator Yari made a call while speaking to newsmen at the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Senator Yari thanked President Bola Tinubu for a national assignment for the party. The DG Presidential Council said he would do his best to ensure that President Bola Tinubu isn't returned to power in 2027. Senator Abdulaziz Yari called on the teaming supporters to pray for him and the council to ensure victory, second chance for us, Mr. President. He enjoined APC supporters to come out together. Now, the Minister of Education, Dr. Maruf Tunji Alausa, has commended President Bola Tinubu for approving funds for the completion and furnishing of the long-abandoned National Library of Nigeria headquarters complex in Abuja. Dr. Alausa said the intervention had provided the needed leadership and resources to revive the project, whose construction began in 2006 but was abandoned in 2008, leaving the imposing structure unfinished for 18 years. The minister said President Tinubu directed the mobilization of funds, including support from the Tertiary Education Trust Fund, the TET Fund, to ensure the completion of the national project. He also commended The First Lady, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, whose initiative to channel gifts received during her birthday celebration towards a project generated about 25 billion naira, strengthening the fiscal base for its completion. The minister expressed optimism that construction would resume fully in the coming months, describing the National Library as a vital national center for learning, research, scholarship, and the preservation of Nigeria's intellectual heritage. Now, the Joint Admission and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has introduced a technology-driven system that allows candidates to verify and upload their O-level results from the comfort of their homes. Under the new arrangement, the board will verify results directly with relevant examination bodies, beginning with the West African Examination Council, WAEC, to ensure authenticity and accuracy. The initiative is designed to reduce unnecessary visits to CBT centers, long queues, manual processes, and error associated with the physical handling of results. Candidates can complete the verification process online, obtain a verification code, and upload their results to their JAMB e-facility profile through a simplified digital process. JAMB says the initiative reflects the commitment of its sixth registrar, Professor Shegun Aina, to delivering simpler, safer, faster, and more candidate-friendly services through technology. Away from education now, the Nigerian Meteorological Agency, NIMET, says there will be cloudy conditions and thunderstorms across several parts of Nigeria today, Monday, August 24th, 2026. NIMET, in a statement, said the northern states will see patches of cloud expected throughout the morning, while thunderstorms accompanied by moderate rainfall are expected in the afternoon and evening. For the north-central states, cloudy conditions are anticipated in the morning as isolated thunderstorms will moderate rainfall are expected over most parts of the Federal Capital Territory, the FCT, Nasarawa, Benue, Kogi, Niger, and Plateau states in the afternoon and evening. In the southern states, cloudy skies are expected in the morning with chances of light rainfall over parts of Ebonyi, Enugu, Cross River, and Akwa Ibom states. Intermittent moderate rainfall is also expected over most parts of the region in the afternoon and evening. It says also intermediate moderate rainfall is expected at the region later in the day. NIMET advised residents to remain cautious as strong winds may precede thunderstorms. The agency also urged airline operators to obtain airport-specific weather briefings from NIMET for safe flight planning. Now we'll take a pause. When ASO Briefing return, we'll bring you business and more stories. To stay with us.
From the grandest stage, the badges change, but the passion remains.
It's a special goal. Cometh the hour, cometh the man.
This football is from the heavens. What a story this is. 10 months of drama lie ahead. The stage is set.
It does set. Sharply get your GoTV decoder, GoTenna, and 1 month jolly for only 15,000 naira. GoTV, love it.
You're watching ASO Briefing. We are live on DSTV channel 392, also on StarTimes TV channel 127 and Free TV channel 507. We are also on the UHF band on channel 38. Now let's take you through the remaining stories. The National Drug Law Enforcement Agency, NDLEA, says it arrested a 101-year-old grandmother in Ogun State for allegedly dealing in illicit drug. The NDLEA operatives on Saturday, 15th August 2026, says it arrested the woman Esther Ogumabo in Ilesan, Ogun State, with retail sachets of skunk, a strain of cannabis weighing 90 grams, which she claims she sells to locals. According to the statement, the centenarian told operatives that she resorted to the illicit drug trade after her provision shop was razed by fire, adding that one of her daughters, who resides in Lagos, arranges the supply of the substance to her every 4 days, which she in turn sold in bits. The NDLEA spokesperson, Femi Babafemi, who disclosed this in a statement, said its men equally intercepted cocaine concealed in edible cassava flour, popularly known as fufu, and also seized a large consignment of loud, a synthetic cannabis valued at over 4.4 billion naira at their Papa and Lekki ports in Lagos. Babafemi said the chairman, chief executive officer of NDLEA, Brigadier General Muhammad Buba Mara, retired, has however directed that the suspects be granted bail and placed on counseling because of her advanced age, while her daughter has been arrested. Now, the Ogun State Sector Command of the Federal Road Safety Corps, FRSC, has confirmed the death of 7 passengers in a multiple road crash on the Ibafo section of the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, while 2 others sustained injuries on Monday. The Chief Superintendent, Road Commander of the State Sector, Afolabi Odunsin, confirmed the incident in a statement issued in Abeokuta, the state capital. According to him, 3 vehicles were involved in the crash: a white Howo CNG/CIMC Enric, a white Mack trailer, and a Mitsubishi Center. Odunsin said the FRSC Bafo Outpost Command received the report at about 4 a.m. and arrived at the scene at about 4:09 a.m., representing a response time of approximately 5 minutes. He added that the deceased victims were evacuated from the scene by the Ogun State Ambulance Service, while the injured victims were taken away for medical attention. The crashed vehicles were handed over to the Motor Traffic Division of the Nigeria Police Force, Ibafo, for further necessary action. It also said that the sector commander, Oludare Ogunjobi, urged motorists, particularly drivers of the articulated vehicles, to avoid excessive speed, maintain safe following distances, and remain vigilant at all times. Now let's move on. Over 1,000 Evangelical Reformed Christian Church ERCC Boys Brigade members received a week-long training for self and moral empowerment. The Vice President, South Boys Brigade, Nigeria ERCC, Nasarawa State Council, Samson Namo, made this known at the closing ceremony of the event in Abuja. Topsy Gimba has that detail.
The 2026 ERCC General Church Council Camp, which lasted for 1 week in Abuja, mainly Boys Brigade members across all states, was purely spiritual exercise, economic empowerment, and biblical competition for the purpose of making the members live and grow in the Christian way of life and faith. The Vice President South, Boys Brigade Nigeria, ERCC, National State Council, Samson Namo, said he thanked God for the safe conclusion of the week-long training, moral and self-empowerment.
You can see the Boys Brigade has also grown beyond the level of not just nurturing the younger ones. It is to train them in various fields. Most of the activities that took place in this program it encompasses the drill, which involve the physical exercise of the brigades. We also have skills acquisition like making of shoes, peanuts, and other variety of things that we feel it can at least make the younger ones self-reliant in the society. We also have Bible quiz and other things that will also groom them spiritually. And today, by the grace of God, it is climaxing with at least little support from individuals who also have like to make sure they help in propagating the gospel of Jesus Christ through this ministry.
The Archdeacon ERCC Abuja Conference, representing the ERCC President, Very Reverend Kefa Saniam Wujun, said the week-long camp was a great success.
For the young men who are coming up, and their aim is to inculcate good character, good moral behavior into the boys, so that they will grow into matured men believe with faith in Christ, so that they will live a good life and serve the Lord, our Lord Jesus Christ.
Others also spoke at the Wigland camp.
And I enjoyed the camp, I enjoyed the closing ceremony, I enjoyed the parade, I enjoyed the turnout of the clergymen and people. Sincerely, I'm delighted.
The entrepreneurship work, we produce shoes, we produce peanuts, we produce some other things which today has been displayed here, and other people even, supported us and bought them. So the essence of the camp is just to keep the youth busy, to keep the boys busy all through this period, and morally, and then most importantly, they are Christians and we have to bring them in the way of Christ.
Many personalities attended the closing ceremony of the camp, including the PDP governorship candidate Nasarawa State, David Mbogado. Topsy Gimba, reporting for ASWA Television.
Now, the Office of the Tax on Board and the All Partner Gas Free Zones Authority, the OGFZA, to strengthening and attracting more foreign direct investment into Nigeria's oil and gas free zones through improved tax dispute resolution and investor-friendly tax administration. The resolution was reached during a courtesy visit by the Tax Ombudsman and Chief Executive Officer, Dr. John C. Nwabweze, to OGFZA in Abuja, where both agencies committed to addressing tax and fee-related grievances through mediation to improve the investment climate in the country's special economic zones. The Tax Ombudsman Chief explained that the partnership would promote fair, transparent, predictable and investor-friendly tax administration in Nigeria's oil and gas free zones. Dr. Nwabweze affirmed that the initiative is expected to increase voluntary tax compliance and support the federal government's drive to improve Nigeria's tax-to-GDP ratio in line with President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's renewed hope agenda. Responding, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of OGFZA, Alhaji Usman Bamangajada, disclosed that investors operating in Nigeria's oil and gas free zones currently enjoy tax incentives, exemptions and custom duty concessions introduced by the federal government to encourage sustainable FDI inflows. He noticed that the collaboration with the Tax on Board comes as a crucial time and would further strengthen investor confidence, stimulate business activities, and enhance the development of special economic zones across the country. Still on business, National Automotive Design and Development Council, NADDC, has called for increased private sector investment in compressed natural gas, the CNG, and electric vehicles, the EV, infrastructure to accelerating the country's transition to cleaner transportation and environment. Director General of the NADCC, Mr. Joseph Osanipin, made a call in Abuja during a media workshop organized for members of the Commerce and Industry Correspondents Association of Nigeria, the CCAN, urging for support of the media for adequate enlightenment. Business correspondent Ile Emeje has details.
Represented by the Director of Media to the Council, Mrs. Susan Taiwo, at the event, Director General of NADDC, Mr. Joseph Osanipin, highlights efforts of the Council to expansion while pointing the need for collaboration.
And then there was no assembly plant working. But by the special grace of God, we have almost 40 assembly plants now that are functional. I'm not sure of the figure, but it may be higher than this, but at least 40 that are assembling cars here in Nigeria. The council have tried. We have done initial conversion. Now we are giving licenses to conversion centers, to centers. We are creating centers for conversion. Try to train about 100 people in each zone, And in the electric vehicles, we have done our best.
The Director General affirmed milestone achievements, especially on operational plants.
This is our generation, where we are diverting to the clean air revolution. Electric vehicles, CNG. The Council has championed on this. We have put pilot programs. They are functioning. This is our generation, where we are diverting to the clean air revolution. Electric vehicles, CNG. The Council has championed on this. We have put pilot programs. They are functioning. But, like I said in another forum, the Council alone cannot do it.
The NADDC boss further stressed that sustained media coverage is essential to informing Nigerians about developments in the sector.
The automotive industry is an industry that is growing up by the grace of God. It's about to explode in our society. We need to focus more, give attention to it more, and sensitize people.
According to him, the council had conducted pilot electric vehicle projects in some universities across the country, but stressed that private investors needed to take the initiative further. Ile Emeje, ASO Television News.
Now, on a sad note, veteran Nollywood actor and filmmaker Taiwo Hassan, popularly known as Ogogo, has reportedly died after a battle with stage 4 cancer. Now, the actor's death was reported on Sunday, August 23rd, by his daughter in a video trending online, reportedly confirming the development during a live session on Instagram. The burial, according to the family, scheduled for 11 a.m. at the pavilion in his hometown, Ilaro, today, where his remains will be laid to rest. Ogogo's death comes days after his family publicly disclosed that he was battling stage 4 cancer and appealed for urgent medical assistance. His daughters had earlier sought help in locating specialists and medical facilities capable of managing his condition. Now, the news has triggered an outpouring of grief among fans, colleagues and members of the Nigerian film industry, with tributes continuing to pour in for the veteran actor. His death follows an earlier false report about his passing, which his family had strongly debunked only days ago while he was receiving treatment. Well, may so rest in peace. But that's the more we can take on ASO Briefing today. Thank you for watching. I am Joy Annie. Good afternoon.